Alright folks, welcome to another Bant Control League for today's edition of Know Thy Enemy. By the way, Everus, I've been doing some brewing over here. If we go over to the freeform, how do we like this? This is my very first rough draft. Whew, look at this. Whew. Oh baby. All right. Let's not get too distracted here. We're gonna play some Know Thy Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so and this mana base. Can we really afford to play 4 Field of Ruins? Can we really afford to play 4 Field of Ruins? Like, this card has been destroying me. I'm gonna keep this hand anyway, but so many times our mana has been, like, obnoxiously awkward because of this card. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. It does seem a little bit rough. Put almost to 5. Oof. Are they on Neobrand and we get to get them? Please be on Neobrand. Like, the one time that I want you to be on Neobrand. Just be on Neobrand. Just be on Neobrand. Just be on Neobrand. Reveal Chancellor of the Annex. No, it's on the Tangle. Tangle is the one. Reveal the Chancellor. No. No Chancellor revealed. No. Oh, I would want my opponent to be on Neobrand. That's my point. I would very much like it if my opponent were on Neobrand. Okay, it's not awful. It is a card that does something next turn. Which is good. We have some really bad top decks here, right? We have some really bad top decks. Jondo. I would expect that this deck just demolishes Jund. Like, it just destroys it. Like, it's not even funny how much of an advantage we have. Oh! Hello there. Well, this seems forcible, right? We went 3 and 2. We lost to Teferi from the 5-color Niv deck. Well, that's an early concession. That's a really early concession. I mean, we were kind of drawing the nuts here, but still, that's a super early concession. Like, the imps are already in the yard at that point, right? Okay, Dredge. 2 Time Raveler, 2 Archmage's Charm, 2 Quaddle. And we bring in 2 Ashiok, 1 Lantern, 1 Timely, 2 Gust. 2 Ashiok, 1 Lantern, 2 Gust, 1 Timely. Yeah, that was a very early concession. Womp womp. Now we are gonna be the ones that are gonna have to mulligan a bunch. They moved to 6 though. Eee. I think we do this. Wow, my opponent really did not want to play that game. All right. Now we're on the play. Oh my god. every single hand. I mean, this hand is really good, but like if we don't find a land in the first 2 turns, we're just going to die. Every single time, like Field of Ruin has been horrible. Like the worst possible draw. Is this Skred? There's no way. Cut the fields, add the moons, easy. Just make the deck better, just like that. Look at my entire hand of uncastable spells. 100% uncastable spells. Barring this one. My opponent is on Skred. What year is this? Huh. Oh my god! Oh my god. This is the saddest match ever. No player has any castable cards. I think I'm pitching Jace there over Teferi. I'm definitely pitching one of those two. Come on! Really? Alright, so we're never ever keeping this kind of hand ever again. I just don't want to play this. I just don't want to play this card anymore. Alright, if we draw a basic, though, we have 7 draws. There's 5 islands. There's 5 islands. Okay, we don't have time. Okay. Wow. I can't believe that happened. Alright, well, obviously this deck is not gonna be in the sideboard guide, because this is not a deck. I feel like on the play, Mana Leak might be fine. No, I did not beat Niv, helping.tdk. Turns out that this deck cannot really beat a Resolve Teferi. Like, you have to beat it on the stack, and my opponent went turn 3 Teferi with Veil backup, and we just can't beat that. This deck just cannot beat that. Cut the Jaces. I don't think I want to do that, right? No, they're playing Skred. That should probably be too. Yeah, Jesus, that's what I was saying. We've been getting got super hard by the Field of Ruins. It is far and away the worst land in our deck, and we've been getting hard. We've been already. This is the second match or the third match right now, or I had to mulligan hands that were like, you know, like land, like Breeding Pool, Field of Ruin, Astrolabe or something, and I had to ship that because it just didn't do anything. We also had hands where what just happened. The fields have been horrible. Okay, this hand seems skippable. So I'm definitely going to try to play around Boil. So I'm going to get a Plains here. Leak is kind of nice. Bolt my Ice Fang, you got it. Pillage my land. No, thank you. So I guess I bounce that guy. Should I bounce that guy or should I bounce the land? I think I'm gonna bounce the guy. Permanent to Sunder's hand. Draw a card. GG's. Maybe have Pyroblast. Pog. Chat, remember that Skred won a GP. Skred won a Grand Prix. A modern Grand Prix, that is. Can you believe that? If I told you that Skred won a modern Grand Prix, would you believe me? Because it happened. Like, it actually happened. All sorts of insane. Sanctuary. I guess we want Cryptic Command back on top. Sounds good to me. Yes. Udo dies. We can counter. Yeah. So they're probably gonna have to crack the relic to get rid of the Uro. Eternal Scourge. Sure. I could snap, path my own snap. Was that a Gruul ultimatum deck? No, it wasn't. It was a real deck instead. Missing on the untap value feels bad, man. 6 mana for my opponent. Wow. All right. Dude gets exiled. Doesn't really matter. So one of their dudes is the Goblin. Another Eternal Scourge. I guess I want to counter draw, just to use my mana. And now they can't cast the dude, because otherwise, yeah, I just cast Uro, so... Let the clock begin. Can't they cast the card from exile? Yes, they can, but they can't right now because if they tap out of Relic, I just get to cast Uro. I'm gonna start like exiling all their stuff with Jace with Teferi though. Thank you for the follow, Engineeria. Appreciate that. I could path my own dude. That forces the action. Sure. Yeah. I could Snapcaster, bounce. Sure, we can still hold up Dovin's veto. So bounce the land and draw a card. Return target permanent, draw a card. We're still going to be able to hold up veto plus force. And I just rather make sure that we get our value here. So our best draw would probably be Jace. Honestly, we can just like Teferi plus. We don't need to ultimate this turn. So they're gonna try to like do some boil nonsense. Or maybe they're gonna try to milk my clock, which is possible. All right. Whee! Appreciate my opponent not making me go through it. All right. So they have those dudes that come back. Do they even matter? I don't think they do matter. Best win in Magic, Jace plus Death Emblem. It is pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty freaking sweet. Yeah, let's do the same thing. Sure. Ice Fang is nice there. Do they just... I think they just have no place on turn 2. Control decks always go to time IRL. I mean, not always. If they are played by slow people, yes, but saying that they always go to time, it's definitely a little bit of an overstatement. It's not bad, actually. Pretty much never draw IRL. On MTG, I had multiple clock losses wins. Doesn't feel good. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot to do with like the lag and stuff. You know, just how the interface works or whatever. Not much to do about that. That was a hell of a draw, by the way. Now we can force Karn. That was a huge top deck. That was so good. Fetch. It's not a fetch. So we're not gonna be able to Udo, unfortunately. Maybe we draw like a... Actually, it's good. Yeah, our opponent's playing Skred. Playing the deck for many moons ago. It's pretty good. One. Udo. Here he is. I'm definitely not blocking this dude, by the way. My opponent attacks. Yeah, so I think this game is going to be over pretty quickly. Should you say Blood Moons ago? Wow. Blood Moon? Oh no. Is this actively good for me? I think this might be actively good for me. So I think I'm gonna leave it where it is. Was it 2016 when Skred won the GP? That's wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sup. Oh, that's right, we need blue mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bolt my Udo. I could counter, but that I don't think I want to. Pog. Play this so we can figure out the whole boil situation. Okay, no boil. It's kind of value to not have to shock for the Temple Garden there, you know? Swing. Counter draw seems better. We're done here, opponent. Yep, my opponent agrees. Skred. Wow. Skred. Have I timed out at all so far? No. I think I timed out in Moto, like... Since I've been streaming, maybe I timed out twice. Probably somewhere around there. I Never timeout, basically ever. Wonder how is the Dredge matchup? We beat it on round 1, but my opponent just like didn't really want to play. They moved to 5 game 1 and they scooped to me forcing their Cathartic Reunion on turn 2. And then game 2 they just moved to 5 and just conceded. I imagine it's okay. Like you have a lot of ways to mess with their stuff, so like Dredge beating you probably includes them having like 10 plus power on turn 2. Your link doesn't send me anywhere, Enrico. We're gonna have to ship this. We're gonna have to keep this. Do we bottom the TEF or do we bottom? I think we're gonna bottom the TEF. I'm gonna play the mirror. Speaking of timing out, 3 seconds ahead, winning already. Hell yeah. Opponent playing opt. Oh, fuck no. Please don't have another one. Please don't have another one of those. Getting there. Oh, is that like the primetime control deck? That's pretty cute. So they are miracles, I would assume. I imagine that this is okay for us. Like this is an okay matchup. Sure. Ice Fang down. They're on the Aspirant Spike deck. They don't have the guy, right? They don't have the Kahira. It's actually not bad for us. Not bad at all. Spike cut Kahira. Oh, okay, good to know. Huh. Them drawing the Archmage's Charm is so good for them because it allows them to accrue card advantage without really doing anything. Which is kind of a big deal, honestly. How could you ever play Kahira? Because it's absolutely free. So you're choosing to like switch one cyber slot for like a card in your hand, which is better than not doing anything, right? Would love to draw an Udo or something like that. We're hitting our land drops pretty nicely though, which is cool. It was actually good with all the companion rule. Yeah, it was just better than nothing, right? That is the point. They revealed the Entreat, but they didn't choose to cast it. Alright, so now they have an Entreat on their hand. I was already going to be trying to counter Jace anyway, but... Sure. We're 1 minute off, so we cannot mess up their scry. That sucks. They went bottom top. We already established that we cannot beat this card, so them leading on this really sucks for us. I guess I'd rather draw a Cryptic than something else. I would imagine that we are going to get owned game 1, and then games 2 and 3 we might be able to do something about it. Yeah, there's the second Teferi, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because of how they sequenced there. The thing is, there's nothing that I can do. Like, there's absolutely nothing that I can put together. Like, I could bounce it and they just recast it and just get me anyway. It's pretty brutal. I think that's some of the cards in my opponent's hand are also dead, but they're not deader than this card. So they're gonna be able to, yeah, end step, entreat for a bunch because of the Tef plus. And I'm gonna be able to like untap and blow it up, but then they can just put it back on top and recast it again. So like we can't really beat this. I mean, it's this card, right? Like, otherwise we would have been able to counter this. So, like, it's just a fairy that it's stupid. Stupid and sexy to fairy. Any thoughts to shuffling away command in the upkeep? Not really, because like I have a lot of dead draws. Like the only way that I can actually beat this is by bouncing, right? Two cards on the bottom. Just don't do it. This is a blind flip. They just have the cryptic. Yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. I guess the big Teferi is the way that we can potentially do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think how I don't know how much that's actually going to help. Yeah, so now we are officially dead. Okay. So now we're just going to F6 a bunch. To make sure we stay ahead of time. Oh, now you show up? Now you decide to show up? Stupid Archmage's Charm. Okay. Gonna wait until they put the entreat on top. Shuffle that away. We needed to I hot draw when they were tapped out. Yeah, like the 30 for 5 would have been like the only reasonable draw that might have gotten us somewhere, but also they drew all 4 counterbalances. It's pretty tough for us to beat that. They have 4 Mystic Sanctuaries? Wow. The full 4 Sanctuaries. Crazy. The full 4 Sanctuaries. Alright, so they're definitely not on Spike's version, because Spike only plays 3, I think. Yeah, Summits with 0 planes. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for that to be the case. The problem is, like, we can bounce this, but it doesn't do anything, right? Like, we just bounce it, and then we can't punish it. So that's why I'm not even bothering doing anything. They're just going for the Jace ult. This deck likes a lot choke and boil. Yeah, you probably cannot beat those cards, right? But that's kind of what you're signing up for. Just trying to go for the blind flip. There's a path on top. Another force. Okay. $16 card left, yeah. I doubt it's gonna really matter though. Like they're not gonna get to deck because one of those cards is the entreat. Alright, so we're looking for Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. So we can tuck this Teferi. This Jace. Nothing like drawing all 4 paths and all 2 Supreme Verdicts in the control mirror, right? How did the second tracker feel yesterday? Excellent. Super ready for that entreat, yeah. So here what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I am ahead on clock because that's going to be the most important thing about this matchup. So that's why I have 6 in a bunch. Got him! I'm gonna get my value, my man. I'm gonna get my value from this Supreme Verdict. So I guess I have to leave verdicts in because my opponent could have Mentor. In fact, they very likely have Mentor. I'm definitely gonna take out the paths. All 4 of them are gonna come out. But we probably wanna keep the entreats. We are a solid 5 minutes ahead, so that's nice. My verdict, you remove the targets of your paths. Oh no, what was I thinking? Alright, Veils. I guess we don't have that much stuff. Paths can go. Veto is nice. Leaks. Kind of need all of our answers to counterbalances and shit. My opponent is asking why am I letting them run the clock, and it's just like I am explaining to them. My opponent is legitimately curious. Yeah, I mean, it's... I want to make sure that I am the furthest away possible in time. The furthest ahead possible in time, sorry. So I think I'm supposed to leave the Quaddles and stuff. I think we can shave one. I guess that there's a Cyber Guide for this matchup. 3 paths, 2 Udo, 1 Verdict. Okay. Interesting that we're limiting 1 path and 1 Verdict. 2 Veil, 2 Dispute, 1 Mentor. There's no Mentor in this list. Alright, so I am very confused. Yeah, so this Cyber Guide doesn't quite apply, I guess. Doesn't each player control their own clock? Yes, that's the, yeah. Sure. All right, give me those lands, baby. Well, that's a great draw. That's potentially a good draw. Counterbalance here is brutal, like absolutely brutal. Force. Easy. Land. Easy. Probably gonna get forced here, that's fine. But I don't know if I'm gonna hit my next land drop, so I think it's correct for me to slam there, especially when my opponent stepped out, so they need to force there. Yeah, it's bad for us. Definitely really bad for us that they were able to resolve the counterbalance so quickly. But we did hit our land drop, so we definitely got rewarded for the Teferi play there. So I think end step I'm gonna draw 2. On their end step, of course. Jace the Moss Sculptor on the top. They're missing land drops, so I think we're gonna be in fine shape here. So now that I know that they drew the Jace, I think I'm still interested in just passing the turn. End step, return target permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. Flusterstorm on top. Okay, so we don't want to Veil. Good to know. Good to know. Omen of the Sea. So they're gonna draw the Fluster. Probably. One top, one bottom. Oh, it just resolved. That's really good for us. So Fluster doesn't counter Chase the Musculature. Fluster does counter Veil of Summer though. We did get a 2-for-1 there. Maybe I should have led the Force Resolve actually. Yeah, I'm regretting what I did here. I should have led the Force Resolve there. Oh, they did not top the Fluster. Oh wow. They didn't top the Fluster. Crazy. Veiling of Force, yeah, the casual 3-for-1 for a single mana. Yeah. Sure. Central counterbalance would be pretty bad for us, but it is what it is. So I think I'm going to go turn 1 tap land. Nah, actually I'm not gonna. Because we can represent, I guess, Force plus Veil or something. Okay. Kind of love to see like an Ashley or something. XY4 tables, yeah. Yeah, control decks can sometimes be a little bit of a slug. I do enjoy control mirrors a lot though. I do enjoy control mirrors a lot. Though I know that they're not for everybody. I certainly do know that they're not for everybody. Takes a special kind of person to enjoy a good old control mirror. Counterbalance. So breeding pool. Thank you for the follow there. The Thrill House. Alright, so I'm gonna attempt to counter this. It's not gonna work. But it uses my mana. We do some stuff. Counterbalance is just such a brutal card in this mirror match. The fact that for 2 mana they can present like a must answer threat that it's really hard for us to beat. It really is a beating. Would have been awesome to draw something good there. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria on top. So I guess we're not slamming Teferi next turn. I guess we're not slamming the Tef. Good to know. Good to know. end step, Cryptic Bounce. Fluster on top. Alright, so we can't Veil here, unfortunately. Because there's a Fluster on top of their deck. What we can do, however, is slam the Fairy. Misty on top. Veil. You know there's a Misty on top, so... so there's a Misty. I think we're gonna plus here. If they have a 2-drop here on top, we're gonna get supremely punished, but the fact that they have a Misty on top... Let's see if my opponent is on the next level. Because if they put a 2-drop on top, Force of Negation on top, it's not a 2-drop. GG's. GG's opponent. Well played. That was a tight game. That was a really tight game. 3-0. Bring it on. Thought you already did this deck? I did this deck like 6 months ago or something. So yeah, I did, but like a really long time ago. Straight up Black Control matchup, cool. Still sad that their deck doesn't use Colonnade anymore. One of my favorite cards in modern. Yeah, unfortunately, since the printing of Mystic Sanctuary, it's strictly wrong to play Celestial Colonnade, which is a bummer. I do have my playset of Colonnades in paper at home. It is a bummer, but yeah. Should be running Karn tonight. If there's usually quite a few creature decks, like 1 humans or elementals, the Void, the Druid. Yeah, Karn is not good against either of those decks that you just named, House of Mana. So yeah, if you expect some of that stuff, then you probably should not be playing Karn. So this hand is just bad. Let's just ship it. This hand doesn't have lands, so it's also bad. Let's also ship it. This hand also does not have lands, so let's also ship it. Should I have kept the first hand? I really didn't want to keep the first hand. All right, we're gonna keep this one. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think I'd rather have the land than the Snappy E, right? First hand had nothing. Yeah, I agree with that. Ponza. That's not bad. Hopefully they like attempt to pillage me or something. Oh. Dovin says no. Yeah, I mean, if I draw like a Neuro or something, or that, sure. I mean, maybe this hand can go somewhere. If they have like a Blood Braid, then we just, you know, we just counter wins and we just go home crying. Come on, play something irrelevant that I can counter with this Force of Negation. Blood Moon. Wait, do I even want to counter that? I think I don't want to counter that. I think we just let that resolve. Steal Ravrov. Lorebringer. I mean, if we find a path. Yeah. I don't think we force that because we are going to need this Archmage's Charm to draw into the stuff that we need. So I still don't think we force this. Especially with the Blood Moon in play, Ren gets a lot worse. There we go. We can't Udo, however. We can Wrath, which is cool. No blocks. Vicious of Beyond Jeskai Ascendancy? What? I know what that's supposed to mean. White. Wrath. What do you think about it? I have no knowledge at all about how Jeskai Ascendancy works or plays out or whatever. I certainly cannot help you out there, unfortunately. Oh no. Gross. Main face hit the Euro. Disgusting. Yeah, with our move to 4, we needed to be the ones ripping gas and for our opponent to like not find anything for a while. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Also, this Ren is kind of owning us. Oh, come on, really? Oh my god. They discard both lands with the Ren. Holy crap. Snap that Supreme. That's not enough, right? We just lose to this. I think we have to snap draw 2. And we snap block here. But we have to draw into something better. Like the Verdict just doesn't do it. BB into Pyro is the nuts. Yes, yes it is. Yeah, we just keep drawing blanks here. Yep. I think we're just gonna die. Yeah, Udo doesn't even do it because I don't have a second green source. And I'm killing that guy because we cannot beat the tokens, right? Anyway, I guess maybe that was a mistake. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, I'm done. My move to 4 was not good enough. Alright, let's see if they have Raid Win Winners. Okay. -1 Jace, Force, Veto, 2 Charms. Jace, Force, Veto, 2 Charms. We bring in 2 Purge, 2 Gust, 1 Timely. Makes sense to me. I'm gonna get a breeding pool here. Turn to snack. Definitely want to play around Veil here. I guess we can Temple Garden actually. It sounds better. Okay. We could upkeep Path this elf. I don't think that's what we want to do. Yeah, because even if they Blood Moon us on 3, if they pillage us, that could be annoying. But a Blood Moon doesn't even do anything. Should I side in Veil against Merfolk? I don't know what your sideboard looked like. I don't know which deck you're talking to me about. So can't really help you, my friend. I don't know which deck you're playing. Like, it depends a lot of which cards you're trying to bring in. It depends on so many things, honestly. If you're playing a combo deck, you definitely want Veil. If you're playing, like, we brought in Veil against Merfolk because we actually had cards that we wanted to cut. So it was not so much of a we needed the card. It was more of a we needed cards out of our deck. And then that's why we needed to do that. I think I'm just going to path my own Quaddle here. Good. White Source. Whoops. Gonna Wrath here. Might as well eat my Flooded Tron. Yeah. It is Udo fodder after all, so. Fair. Bounce that. Sweet. Pass the turn. Mana leak. So if I do this, what happens? I think we just chill. Play my Udo, gain my life. Big Tef. Hello there. Can afford to take this damage. Land. Sweet, sweet. Just cast Iron Crag Feet into Dragonstorm for 2. Well, that's exciting. See some Pyro? No, thank you. I would like you to continue missing those land drops. Please and thank you. Alright, sweet. I guess maybe I should have mulliganed this. Immediately after I hit the keep button, I regretted my decision. I'm gonna be playing around Blood Moon and Pillage by leading on Flooded Strand here. I guess we also have to play around. We also have to consider freaking, what's his name? Boyle. So that sucks. Cindervines. How are we doing? Oh, we're doing good, Everos. We're doing good. We play a sick match against Miracles, the previous one. Pretty sweet. See some Pyro is disgusting, but it's okay. Get a token. Disgusting. Still have 3 mana. Still got 3 mana. So I definitely want to use my mana. Now, what do I want to kill this or do I want to kill this is the question. I think I want to kill this and then I can Teferi minus probably on the Elemental. So, white. Blue. Purge. See some Pyro. Take 1. So many pings. Fairy. Another ping. More pings. Return that. No pings. Astrolabe. We die to boil. We die to choke too. Good point. We die to boil and choke. Yep. Well, I guess we don't die. Maybe I should have gone in a forest there. Definitely got a cantrip here. Udo could save us. Gusto. Yeah, I mean, we're taking damage from these Cindervines while all of this is going on, right? So we have to still remember the fact that our opponent's playing a pretty aggressive deck, so... Okay... If they don't have business, though... Yeah, if they keep on durdling like they currently are... Also, that's not bad. We like that one. The one of timely, right on time. Aptly named card. Aptly named card. Pretty interested to see what their hand is. They have another boil. Just blow up my mountain, my island. Sorry. Is that what's going on? It's the red 4. Oh, just a misclick. The red was just for misclick value. Well, funny enough, if we draw any land, we have Cryptic Command available, or just Mana Leak plus Gust. So that's not bad. You ever suck Sanctuary back at time against burn? Yes, we did. We did. Oh, the red is from this pro. That makes sense. That card is real. We can draw step, put it back though, which is nice. All the soldiers are gonna go in front of this. All the soldiers. But that's incredible for us. That is such a good exchange. That is such a very good exchange for us. So I think we're gonna let my opponent tap here. Not ecstatic about that. Yeah, that was a really bad attack from them. I think I'm gonna take this damage here because I really want to resolve this Ice Fang. Looks like we're not gonna get to. Damn it. So if they have Veil, we just concede here, but we're missing land drops and we just cannot afford to let this go. We die to Veil here. Didn't have it. All right, land. Land off the top. Another gust. God damn it. I think we have to draw. Like, we're not going to be able to win this game if we don't draw another land, so. Land. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we can afford to path our own dude. We're going to have to path the Clothis. So the correct play would be for my opponent to sack one of these Cinder Vines to destroy one of my Laves. Yeah, that's the correct line. Okay. That was very good for them. They know what's up. My opponent knows what's up. Path my snake. I don't think I can afford to. Like, I had to. I effectively destroyed one of these Cinder Vines, right? Which is what I wanted to do. Because, like, they're just killing me. See some Pyrus Gruul, so we're gonna have to chump it. Why can't I draw like my opponent? Just draw 2 of their boils, both Tinder Vines. So if I shock here, we can't do this, unfortunately. So they destroy here, I take 2, I take 1 from this, and I'm dead. So I'm Dobbs, I just cannot beat this. If I gust this, then I take 2 from here. Yeah, we're just dead. I think we're just dead. Yeah, this card is insane. I'm trying to think if there's any combination possible, but this just arrived too late. If this had arrived on the previous turn, we would have been able to snake plus gust the Clothis. But every way you slice it, I'm just dead on board. This Cinder Vice ended up being pretty great, actually. I can shock, tap, bounce on upkeep. I'm down to 5, 4, plus 2 from here. I mean, that's the only line that allows me to not be just dead. I don't know what I'm drawing towards, though. Oh, I should have gusted this in response. Oh, wow. No, I guess that doesn't do it. Never mind. Yeah, we're Dobbs if we do that, so. So, tap all creatures. Return target permanent. And if they have something like Veil, we're just done, yeah. They even drew the Veil. Oh, okay. Jeez, this card did a lot of work. This card did a lot of work. Okay, now what? There's nothing, right? Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing I can do anymore. Yeah, this is so much better than 3-mana Keranos. Honestly, if this cost 5, maybe you wouldn't see any play, but... But, yeah, at 3 mana is definitely a lot better. If Keranos were 3 mana, would it be better than this? Probably. Well, would it? So Keranos is revealed the top card for a Bolt. But it draws cards. Yeah, maybe Keranos at 3 mana would be a lot. At least it would see play. If Keranos were 3 mana, it would see play. Remember the time where Keranos was actually playable in Modern? Those were the times. Those were the times. I would play it, yeah, sure. You can play it. My Jund tech. Oh yeah, unbeatable against Jund. But also Jund was pretty bad back then, I remember. We're gonna have the good old 3-0 into 3-2, or can we get our very well deserved 4-1? Let's see. Let's see. So far, my thoughts about this list is that it's pretty gas, but that this card is far and away the worst card in the deck. And 4 copies of this is just too much. Jegantha. Probably means humans. Yeah, this card is horrible. I went out of here. Get out of here. Just go. This is awful. It's not so free like everybody keeps trying to tell me. If anybody tells you that this card is free to play, they just don't understand how Magic works. Replace Field with Field of the Dead. Now you are talking, Freedmania. Is it? I'm just playing the wrong field. It was my fault all along. He would bounce many times. I started 3 mana at the kid, yeah. Humans, Tron, or Storm. If this is Tron, this hand is actually... No, this hand is not even good because we're on the draw. So if our opponent's actually playing Tron, like Veto is great, but only if we can cast it. If we can't cast it. And the paths are already kind of a mulligan against Tron. Did I see Bant with Titan? Yes, yes I did. It's right here. I might play this for some Bruce Day Tuesday. Do we keep this is the question. Do we YOLO this hand? Yeah. It's taunting me, chat. It's just taunting me. Alright, we keep this. We bottom 1 Astrolabe and we bottom Fairy. Didn't I bottom you? Totally bottomed you. Alright, so thoughts here. Should we Astrolabe or should... I think I'm gonna Astrolabe here. If our opponent has the Natty Tron, they have the Natty Tron, but... That force was not a bad draw. Gotta help me figure out the no field mana base and the one for Moon. Get out of here with your Moon nonsense. Wow. You see that, chat? I put a creature in their hand for 3 mana. Wow. Golos? Got him. Golos? More like got him. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Anu. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The second land afterwards. We're playing some Bant Control here, as you can see. How did your stream go? Or over here, just like not hitting land drops and all that stuff. It's great. We're totally about to get massacred by an Ulamog. Ugh. Hold up veto when? On turn 3? On turn 2? No, I think it was definitely correct. Like, we're missing land drops. I think it was definitely correct for me to take that turn to Astrolabe. Now, you have to realize when you have reached the point where like you just cannot beat what your opponent's doing if they have a reasonable draw. I moved to 5 and I'm missing line drops. Like, you just have to choose your spots, basically. And if you choose wrong, that's fine. We're probably never beating this hand anyway, so like our decisions didn't really matter too much. Yeah. Nothing that would have mattered in that game. Definitely good to know about the Promised End. 2 paths to Verdict. Ashiok Stroke, Dispute. Dispute. I imagine that we're bringing in Dispute because like Path and Verdict are so bad. Like, that is the only reason why we're bringing Dispute. So we just rather play 3 mana leak rather than playing Path to Exile, which is probably correct. I don't think Ashok is very good in this matchup, by the way. I think that people overvalue how much work this card does. Well, finally we had a matchup where the stupid Field of Ruins should be good, so... It's better this card just win me the game single-handedly. Okay, let's see. The fact that Tron started playing Veil is kind of messed up, honestly. Fields weren't that bad versus the Boils. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Gonna bottom the snow-covered island. They did not reveal Jegantha this time around. Interesting. No Jegantha reveal. Blue needs back to basics. Clearly, right? Clearly, blue needs some back to basics ASAP. It's the only way it can become playable again. Just Moon. I don't think Moon is good against Tron. I strongly disagree that Moon is that good against Tron. I think it's great against Amulet. I don't think it's that good against Tron. Like, they will eventually just have enough lands to blow you out, so... So, I guess we're gonna go after the mine. Evanhoof. Hey, yo, it's Lewis, how's it going? Oh, it's going well. Maybe we're about to 3-2 again this league. Of course, my opponent had the exact one. Don't even have to search for it. They just got it. Mismatched Tron lands RBM. They kind of are. Look at how disgusting. Ugh. You already need to be a special kind of monster to be playing Tron to begin with, and then like to do it with mismatched Tron lands is just disrespectful to the game. Have some respect from the game, opponent. Have some respect for the game. Alright, give me another field. Damn it. This is brutal, by the way. Like, we're forced to do this, and we cannot hold up both Veto and Quaddle. Should I Quaddle or should I Veto here? I think I'm gonna Veto. Play another Ursa's Mine. Totally gonna happen. 4-1 after getting bought at the Mill and Storm the same league the other. Oof. That's rough. Mill and Storm? That's just not fair. I tried my best, chat. I did what I could, chat. I tried my best. My opponent is just too good. Too good. So, I think we Jace. And we had to draw anything reasonable, but we just didn't. So now I don't think we have any outs. If our opponent has any threat that is worth... At least Ice Fang is applying pressure, yes. The 17-turn clock activated. Just play something bad, come on. Something bad. That's not something bad, opponent. You don't understand. You need to play something bad. Can we draw another field at least? Some justice here. Field. Oh, I should have Ice Fanged main phase. Whoops. That was bad. Totally gonna draw a field off of this. Okay. We tried, chat. We tried. So this is probably gonna be the 8 mana dude. guess I might as well veto that. They just have another Karn, but, you know. I guess I'd rather them not draw a card, you know. We're just dead. I don't think we can win this game anymore. If my opponent has any kind of reasonable card left in hand, we're just done here. And it looks like they do. That one counts as a reasonable card. Imagine wanting justice. Yeah, no. This is not a justice stream. This is not a justice stream. This is a getting outdrawn stream. Which, if you think about it, it really is the highest value streams. Protection from instants, you say? Can't even path it. I don't even know what I can draw at this point. Is there anything I can draw? Cryptic? Lol. How many is this? To quote Obi-Wan Kenobi, well, this is going better than expected, yeah. Can counter Emrakul? Sure. If you think so. They're gonna have another Ursus Tower and they're gonna be able to pay for it. So they have sorcery, land, artifact, walker. So Emrakul is 9 mana. If they play it now, they totally have Veil as a last in their hand, right? This is definitely happening. My body is ready for this Emrakul with Veil backup. I hate Tron so much. I like Tron. Because usually the decks that I like playing are very good against Tron, so. Just pay wrong, it doesn't matter. Not even pay properly. Alright, 2 and 3 again after the 3-0 start. We got wildly outdrawn in those last 2 matches, but it is what it is. Okay, so where are we? Bant control, bant control, bant control. There. So this is the list. This is Doom Switches. It's been doing very well with this list. And I think we got time to play one more. So I think that we're gonna close the YouTube video real quick. So if you're watching, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, and I will see you in the next video. We're gonna have another lead with this. Bye bye.